This is the installation video for the KISS cut mount cutaway system. In your kit you should have a mount fitted with a nut and a bolt. We have a drilling template. We have 2 pins with springs, 1 Allen key, 1 cutaway cable, 6.5mm drill bit and a 3.5mm drill bit. Tools you're also going to need is a pencil or a pen, screwdriver, tape measure and a drill. First thing we want to do is take our KISS helmet. We want to measure how far back we want to fit the mount. For this customer we're doing it about halfway back. This allows for some space for the visor to open without having it too far back on the helmet. The distance I've decided is the front of the mount is going to be 8.5 centimeters or 85 millimeters from the visor. So first I'm going to mark 8.5 centimeters with a pencil. Now what we want to do is position our mount centrally on the helmet. So what we're going to do is take a tape measure on the side mounts here where the visor connects. I'm going to go across our mark we've already made, the front mark, back to the other side of the visor. So I've got 25.5 centimeters. We know this drilling template is 7.5. So we're going to do 25.5 centimeters minus 7.5 centimeters is 18 centimeters. And we're going to divide that by 2 to give us 9 centimeters. This will be 9 centimeters from the side of the visor to the edge of the drilling template. So now I'm going to take my tape measure, place it the same mark I just did, lining it up with our front mark. I'm going to mark the 9 centimeter mark. And do the same on the other side. You should now be able to see, or maybe not see, 2 marks. One there, one there. Then we've got our front mark there. Take the drilling template, line it up with the front mark and also with the side marks. At this point you want to have a look down the back and see if it's pointing straight. Another way you can check this is to leave it sitting and then measure straight forwards to the visor. I can see here mine is not quite square. Once you're happy, now hold it firmly and mark the holes. Make sure you mark all 4 of them nice and clearly. Don't let it move around while you're doing it. Now we should have 4 drilling holes. To start with, we're only going to do 2. We're going to do the front one and the back one, and then we're going to put our pins in, and then we're going to drill the 2 side ones. Before we drill we want to make sure we take out the liner inside. Just take out this padding. If you're drilling it quite far forward, you want to also check you're not going to hit the other liner inside the helmet. Just have a check before you drill. Try and make sure that it's clear. So we want to take the 3.5mm drill bit and our drill. When we're drilling this type of plastic, we want to be very gentle with the drill. We want to let the drill do the work, turn it quite slowly. So line it up with your first hole. Try and position the drill bit as central in the hole as possible. The 3.5 is just our pilot drill, so this makes it easier for us to drill the bigger hole accurately. So I'm just going to start turning it slowly. You can at this point stop and check that it is the centre of the hole. Okay, looks good. I'm just doing it nice and slowly, letting the drill do all the work, not pushing hard. For me, that was quite close to the lining, but it didn't hit the lining. I'll take the second hole. Now take our 6.5mm drill bit. Drilling ABS, it does want to grab, so just let it do what it wants to do. Don't try and fight it too much. You may need to just clean up the surface with the burrs there. Now we're going to take our springs off the pins. We're going to fit the pins just loosely in the holes. Now we can go with the 6.5mm drill bit, and we're just going to drill straight into the helmet. Do both holes. Take it off. Check the inside. All looks good. The next thing we want to do is we need to get a screwdriver and create a hole for our cable. So the liners are glued in the KISS helmet, so if we put our hand in here, if we put our finger right to the back, you'll find that it's glued to the shell. So we want to take a screwdriver and just work the screwdriver in till we get to the glued lining, and we just want to create a small hole for our cable to go through. That's all I've done there, is push through, create a small hole. And now we can put our cable through it. Now we want to take our cutaway cable, feed it through the liner, through the small hole that we've made. Once you've fed it through, just tuck this handle in here just so we don't lose it. You can see the cable inside there. We'll take our mount and take one of our pins with the spring fitted. I want to fit it on the back hole. Now when we fit it on the helmet, I'll keep that spring pressed all the way down while we feed the cable through the first pin. Once you've fed it through the first pin, just leave a little bit sticking out the other side and prepare your second pin. Make sure your hole's facing forward when you put it in. And again, press it all the way down and feed the cable through the second pin. You don't need to pass it too much through the pin. You want to be about 1 centimetre or a little bit more through the pin out the other side. This just helps prevent any premature cutaways. So there we have the pins fitted. See, the mount is sitting nice and flush on top of the helmet. All we have to do now is put the padding back in. And position our cutaway handle. Now you might have some excess inside the helmet, which we can see here. You can just manipulate that out of the way a bit inside the helmet so that there's a bit of slack inside the helmet, and then put your padding back in, cover it all up. Give it a squeeze and make sure your Velcro is all holding nice and tight and you've got a decent amount of handle there. And there you have it. Fit your GoPro and you're ready to go.